Hey there, welcome to Yoga Mama. Today's prenatal yoga class is for those of you that are experiencing symphysis pubis pain, or maybe sacroiliac pain, or really any kind of pelvic instability that you're looking to bring some strength around. So all that you'll need for this practice is a block, your mat, and a little bit of space, and let's get to it. So we're going to begin standing in mountain pose with a block between the thighs. And I do recommend a thicker block. It's okay if you only have a thin one, or if you don't have a block at all, you can use a thick book. So standing with your feet right below your hips and this block right between the thighs, you can take one hand to your sacrum at the back of your pelvis and your other hand to your belly below your navel. Now, as you're breathing in, bend your knees, sink your hips down, and as you exhale, tilt your tailbone forward, press down through your heels to straighten your legs and squeeze the block with your inner thighs. So we're going to keep that motion going. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, tailbone goes forward, legs straighten and squeeze the block. So as you continue this motion, tie it into your breathing. Exhale as we stand tall. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the tailbone down. And then forward with the tailbone on the exhale. Straighten the legs and squeeze the block. Keep going. And if you're familiar with the Ujjayi breath, you can begin that now. So as you're focusing on the exhale, really draw your belly in toward your spine, like you're holding baby close to your back. Strong abdominal muscles help to bring support to the pelvic joints. Let's do 3 more here. And this time, pause as you come to standing tall. Keep squeezing your block, but relax your arms down. And in mountain pose here, you can lift your toes, spread them wide, take a few full breaths, and feel yourself grow a little taller with each inhale, like the crown of your head is reaching up toward the ceiling as your feet root down into the ground. You can lift and spread your toes, feeling how that brings more activity into the leg muscles, more strength. Let all of your facial muscles feel soft, shoulders relax. Now inhale and sweep the arms out and up. You can interlace your fingers at the top, spin the palms to face up. And exhale, lean your upper body to one side, little side bend here. Take a few full breaths, keeping your baby close to your spine so your back has some support. And do your best to keep your weight evenly distributed between your right and left foot. Inhale, rise up to center. And exhale, lean to the opposite side. Breathe into all that space you're making through the side body. Inhale, rise up to the center. And exhale, bring the hands behind your head. Press your head against your hands and your hands against your head, still feeling lots of length in the spine. Now lean your upper body to the right. So your right elbow points down, left elbow points up. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, left elbow down, right elbow up. So again, keep your weight balanced between both feet. Inhale, center. This time as you exhale, rotate just your upper body, your heart to the right. The hips stay facing forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend to the right. Strong core. Inhale, slowly rise to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Belly stays facing forward, just the heart and the arms rotating. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. One more round of that sequence. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, rise to the center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, rise up to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, relax your arms. You can bring your block down and off to the side. And then you can step toward the back of your mat and step your feet a little wider than hip distance apart. You can imagine that you've still got a block between the thighs that you're squeezing. And with an inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees into chair position, slide the hands to prayer, and take a twist to your right. Option to open the arms up, stretch them wide apart, and then inhale back to the center, chair pose. Exhale, slide the hands through prayer and twist to the left. Option to open the arms wide, stretch them apart. Inhale to the center, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Your hands can touch to your thighs or to the ground as you fold. Let your neck relax. And keep a little bend at your knees just so the hamstrings are not locked. We'll inhale, lift up halfway, hands can press to the shins to help you rise up. Exhale, fold again. Deep bend to the knees, inhale, arms sweep up overhead, chair pose. Exhale, hands come through prayer, take your twist to the right. Arms can open if you'd like. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Deep bend to the knees. Inhale, chair pose. One more time through this flow. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk the hands forward, coming into down dog. And take a moment to bend one knee and then the other. Be really careful not to put too much weight into just one foot. That tends to really irritate the pubic bone joint. And then find a place here in down dog where you can just pause, where you can hold still for a moment. And you might want to keep a little bend at your knees and focus on stretching your hips up and back, bringing lots of length to the spine. And keep your belly really strong, really close to your back. Now take a full inhale, lots of length in the spine. As you exhale, reach your right hand towards your left outer leg. Try to keep your hips level here. And then inhale, back to down dog. Exhale, reach your left hand toward the outer right leg. Inhale, down dog. Let's do that twice more on each side. Right hand on the exhale toward the left leg. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, left hand toward the right. Remember, the hips stay level. This twist is really coming from the upper body, engaging the core. One more time to each side. Exhale, right hand toward the left leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, left hand toward the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower the knees. Take them wide, the big toes to touch, and sink the hips down to meet the heels in child's pose. Option here to put your block under your forehead, especially if you feel a lot of pressure building in your head as it goes down. Let's take 3 full breaths. Inhale, rise up to hands and knees. You can move your block over to the side. We'll be using that again soon. Now step both knees over to the right. You can sink the hips to the left so that you come to lay on your left side. Now on your side, you can let your head be propped up in your bottom hand, so your head's elevated a bit, or if it feels better to just let your head rest down in your bottom arm, that's fine too. Either way, we're going to keep our left knee bent and then extend the right leg out so that your leg is just about parallel to the floor. Now, a lot of times when we're on our side, our top hip will kind of crunch up toward the ribs. So you can take your hand and just gently press your hip away from the ribs, bringing length to the side body. And also think about your tailbone stretching towards your pubic bone just enough to keep the core muscles engaged. Now, we want to focus on keeping the right hip stacked on top of the left. And you can point your toes and with an inhalation, sweep your leg back slowly. So you're really mindful of keeping the right hip stacked over the left. Now flex your foot and exhale, bring your leg forward as much as you can without allowing your hip to roll back. And let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the leg back. And exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, sweep it back, still breathing that Ujjayi breath. And exhale, coming forward. Let's do 2 more. Do your best to keep the hips stacked and the top leg parallel to the ground. 1 more time. Now let the top leg rest for just a moment. Take a full breath. Check in that your tailbone is still lengthened, your core still engaged. Now you can slide the left knee back a little bit so your right leg can come in front of your left. If this is bothersome for the pubic bone area for you, put your block down so that your leg is never dropping all the way down. That'll be just fine. So again, we're going to try and keep this top hip stacked. And we're going to be moving with our breath. This will be our inhale to have the knee down. On the exhale, stretch your leg back and up, just like you're making a little check mark. Inhale down, the knee comes forward a bit. Exhale, press back through your heel. Your leg is extending out behind you. Again, inhale down. Exhale back and up. You'll feel pretty quickly this is helping to strengthen your glutes, which helps to stabilize the pelvis, ideally giving you less and less of that pubic bone or even sacroiliac pain. 1 more time, inhale, the leg comes down. And exhale, reach it back. Now, as you bring your legs together again, you might want to put that block in between your thighs to help stabilize the pelvis a bit. And you can stretch the left arm straight out from your chest and reach the right arm out behind you, opening into a gentle twist. And feel free to adjust your legs as needed. And if your right arm isn't going all the way to the ground, feel free to put a pillow or a rolled up blanket underneath your shoulder. Let's take a few breaths here, giving yourself some time to relax. Bring your head to the center so you're facing the ceiling. Bring your arms in close to your torso and squeeze the block as you bring the soles of your feet to the ground and press into each foot equally to align your hips with your shoulders. Now, keeping that block between the thighs, you can scoot your feet back as close to your fingertips as you can bring the heels. And with an exhale, press into your feet, lift your hips up, squeeze your block. And now as you inhale, try to lower down 1 vertebrae at a time so that your mid back, then your lower back, then your sacrum come down. Your tailbone will be the last part to touch down. And as you exhale, try lifting the tailbone, then the sacrum, then the lumbar spine, then the thoracic spine, and squeeze the block. So we'll do that again. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, roll up. Inhale down, 1 vertebrae at a time. And exhale, rise up 1 vertebrae at a time. Keep moving with your breath. We've got about 3 more rounds or so. If you need to tap out sooner, that's totally fine. Take a rest as you need to. And this time, as we rise to bridge, we'll pause. You can hold here. Feel free to clasp your hands under your back, but you will probably find more glute strength and hamstring strength if you just keep the arms lightly pressed down rather than interlacing the fingers under your back. Let's take about 5 more breaths here. With each exhale, see if you can press down through your feet a little bit more, lift the hips a teeny bit higher, and squeeze that block a little bit more. One more breath. And as you're starting to slowly roll your hips down, shift your hips over to the left a little bit so that you have a little space on your mat as you roll onto your right side. We'll take that whole sequence again on our right side, and I'll flip around. You might want to do the same just so you can see well. So remember, you can have your bottom hand propping your head up, or you can have your head resting in the bottom arm to see what feels most comfortable for your neck. And starting off here, we want to have our bottom leg bent, and we want to have the top hip lengthened away from the ribs, the tailbone lengthening toward the pubic bone, and then we're extending the top leg so it's just about parallel to the ground. Now you can start off by pointing your toes and inhale, sweep your leg back. Make sure the rest of your body is not trying to lean forward. That's where our core strength comes in. And then exhale, flex your foot, bring the leg forward as much as you can without the hip rolling back. And again, inhale, reach back. Slow and steady. Exhale, reach forward with the foot flexed. 3 more here. Inhale back. Exhale forward. 2 more. You'll find your Ujjayi breath will really help keep the abdominal muscles engaged, helping you to support your lower back, helping you to stabilize the pelvic floor muscles. One more time here, coming forward. And then as you let the legs rest together for a moment, again, you might decide that you want to block down just in front of the bottom leg so that your top knee can rest on it. If, however, your knee can comfortably come to the ground and it's not bothering the pubic bone, it's not bothering the SI joint, that's fine too. So just see what works for you today. So again, we're keeping the hips stacked, core is strong. And this is our inhale with the knee down in front. And then exhale, reach up and back through your leg. Really push back through your heel. Try not to let your hips tilt back. And inhale, bring the knee forward and down. Exhale, push back. Almost like you're trying to push a wall behind you with your heel, or maybe you're trying to very lovingly kick your partner out of your way. Just some kind of resistance that you're pressing against. Let's do 2 more here. Inhale down and exhale, press back. And as you bring the thighs together, again, you might want to put your block in between your thighs. You can take the right arm straight out in front of your chest and open the left arm out behind you, allowing your shoulders to sink into the ground. You can have your head turned toward the ceiling, or you can look back toward the left hand. And just give your whole body a moment here to relax. Take a few full breaths. Bring your head to the center. And with your arms close to the side of your torso, squeeze your block so that you can bring your feet down onto the ground and align your hips with your shoulders. So it really helps if you press evenly through your feet and keep a nice firm squeeze on the block. So again, as you exhale, roll the pelvis back so that you lift your tailbone, then your sacrum, then your lower back, then the middle back, and then inhale, roll down the middle back, lower back, sacrum, tailbone. And again, exhale, lifting up. Inhale, rolling down. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, roll down. One more time. Exhale, lift up. Squeeze the block, press down through your feet. We'll take 5 breaths here. With each exhale, try to lift a little higher by pushing down through your heels. Give that block a nice firm squeeze. One more breath. And as you're bringing your hips down, you can shift your hips over to the right a little bit, roll to your left side, or either side really is fine. And then take a moment to relax. You can use your block underneath your top leg just to help keep the hips stable. You can use your arm underneath your head. Feel free to take any other relaxation pose that you prefer. Or you can even gently press your way up to a seat and sit on your block with it between your feet for hero pose. And the supported hero pose is a great seated position for meditation or anytime you're opening or closing your yoga practice. This keeps the sit bones level, helps to keep the sacrum and the iliums in alignment. It helps to keep the pubic bone in alignment so that you can avoid a lot of discomfort. So whether you plan on sitting for meditation or laying down to relax, give yourself a moment to take a few full breaths. Just notice how your body feels. And bring this awareness of a balanced pelvis, a strong pelvic floor and core with you as you walk around through the rest of your day. Just maintaining awareness of your posture, how each position feels, what movements feel good for you, which movements feel bad for you, as a way of helping you to maintain comfort through the rest of your pregnancy. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.